Hi, everybody. I'm Debbie Belaus with Feel Good Qigong, and I am a Qigong instructor. What is Qigong? Qigong is energy cultivation. What I love about the practice, it just makes so much sense to me. And it's a natural based practice that you can use for just about everything. Energy has to move and it wants to move. And how I want to relate to this energy moving is kind of relating to a light bulb. If you have two, you plug it, if you have too much energy going into the cord to your light bulb, it's going to blow out. If you don't have enough energy going into that light bulb, it's going to fizz out. It's going to fizzle out. It's going to die out. It's going to be dull. Same thing with our bodies. If we don't move the energy in our bodies and the energy around us, then we could either have way too much energy, don't know what to do with it. It turns into be like kind of like anxiety, stress energy. If we don't have enough, we feel low energy, we feel depressed typically. So that's what I want to talk about today, how you can use this practice for depression or just not feeling energized. When you don't have enough energy just to kind of maintain your day, it's not a good feeling. So it's learning in this practice, we learn about how to maintain our energy, that it kind of stays at a balance. So we have enough energy to get through our day, maintain our day. Also recognizing when we have too much energy that we don't know what to do with, and when we have low energy where we feel compressed and depressed. So typically depression is because we're compressed, the energy is in, we're feeling low. Now, a lot of times, depression is not a bad thing particularly. I mean, life is, it's ups and it's downs. Where it becomes not healthy is when you're in the state of depression on a daily basis and you just can't seem to get over it. Now, of course, sometimes you're going to need medication to get through this, and you might need medication for the rest of your life. But there's other things that you can do to kind of hack into helping yourself besides maybe medication. And also talk therapy is called very important too. With a professional is the best typically, or somebody that you know to at least talk through it. But again, talking is not enough, not enough either to kind of get through that compression. Moving the energy in your body, maintaining that energy, balancing the energy, getting, if it's kind of like a hose to your garden. If the hose is knotted up, you're not going to get that flow of water to come out. And it's the same thing with our body. When we're congested, when we're knotted up in our body, that compression, that tightness from different things, you're not going to get that natural flow coming through your body and you're going to feel compressed. So I'm going to show you a couple of things that you can do easily. The best thing I can tell, I know, and sometimes I have gone through depression, especially in my 20s. I know what it's like to not be able to do anything, but you kind of have to push yourself forward, do a couple of these things. And some of them are very easy. For one thing, it's called the inner smile. And all you have to do is lift the corners of your mouth up, just like that, like you're smiling. And I know that might seem weird because if you're feeling depressed, you're not feeling like you want to smile. But do this in your house. Like if you don't want to do it outside, you just lift the corners of your mouth up. This neurologically hacks into your vagus nerve. The vagus nerve runs the back of the head. It starts to wander around the jaw area and down the throat, down, and it wanders all through this area of your body and it ends in the stomach. It's a wandering nerve. It's a very long cranial nerve. But you actually are hacking in when you do that. When you smile and lift the corners of your mouth up, you neurologically are hacking into that relaxation response. So something very easy to do, softening the eyes instead of, really focusing too much on one point where it's squinching your eyes and your third eye together. Just relax the eyes, let them just open up softly. Those two things in itself will make a huge difference. But I want to show you some moves that you can also do to kind of hack into that happy mode or getting out of that compressed mode. We're going to decompress our body. The easiest way is to shake. Now, I do this in all of my classes typically. I start my day this way. You're starting to release some stagnation in the body. And like I had mentioned, depression is compression of the body. It's the energy is very low. It's compact. You almost feel like you don't want to stand up straight. You don't want to show yourself to the world because you don't feel good. You don't feel present and in the moment. And you're probably congested in your energy field. So this is working with the energy field of our bodies. So shaking Really easy to do if you're feeling depressed or blue or low, especially if you've got to go out in the world. It never feels good to feel that way. Just shake your body, just shake it up. It helps. Animals do this. You'll see animals do this a lot. My dog does it. Most animals will shake to release some discomfort out of their body. You will notice athletes will do this as well. They do this right before they start to perform. Performers do this. It's an easy thing to hack in. That relaxation response is just releasing through the shaking. Now, if this is all you did for 5 minutes, you will notice a huge difference in yourself. Now we're going to add a little bit more to this. This is called the purging breath. So stay with me with this. Keep shaking. You can also do this sitting if you don't feel like getting up. Just shake your arms, tap your feet if you're sitting down. But we're going to add some breath. So also the breath gets compressed, especially if you're starting to close off. You're not going to get the breath that you need in the lungs. So we're going to stand up straight, inhale through the nose, and then gently blow the air out through your mouth like you're blowing out a candle. Again, another great way to hack into that relaxation mode. Inhaling through the nose, exhale out through the mouth. Inhaling through the nose, expand your body with this beautiful breath and blow it out through the mouth. This is called the purging breath. Inhaling through the nose, exhale out through the mouth, and try to keep that inner smile going. Just smile. Even if it feels weird to you, I'm telling you, it hacks into that relaxation mode and it'll release some of that congestion also of feeling compressed and depressed. So you're inhaling through the nose, exhale out through the mouth. It's called the purging breath. You can do this anytime you're feeling anxious or depressed. It's a really easy breath to do and remember. Now stop that movement. Do you feel some tingling happening in your body? Let's expand some of that energy. So we have this huge energy ball. You can't see it, but hopefully you feel it between the palms of your hand. And as you inhale, expand this breath. So it's arriving into your whole body. As you exhale, compress, you shift into the heels, compress this energy ball. Inhale, start to let this energy ball grow larger and larger and larger. And then as you exhale, you release it. You can continue with purging breath here if you'd like to. Inhaling, expanding, expanding, expanding all the way out through the sides, feeling that energy going past your own body, passed out into the atmosphere, feeling the energy moving below your feet and feeling the energy above your head. And then release. We're going to start doing what's called tapping. Another great way to start releasing some congestion. So you're activating your hands, scrub your knuckles. We're trying to get that energy to arrive in our hands because we're going to be using our hands to help us move through this, no pun intended. And then scrubbing your nails. Now do you feel the chi arriving between the palms? So that's some energy right there that you're holding on to. Just bring it to your head and soothe your head. We're then going to take our fingertips, press firmly into the forehead, and then like you're stretching your skin, push away. Come up a little bit further, press down, and push away. Our skull looks like a football where you can see it almost looks like sutures to hold your skull, to hold your brain in place. And we're just kind of moving that space. So you press down and pull apart, press down, pull apart, press down, pull apart, press down, pull apart, and take that all the way down to your neck. And then hold on to the shoulders, let your head drop forward. Do a couple of neck rotations here because we tend to hold a lot of gripping in the neck too and in the shoulders. Now slide that down, press in the sternum, same thing. We're opening up our heart space, opening up your chest, you're creating some space in your body to release that compression. Now follow the low rib and follow it to the back of your low back, and you can give yourself a nice little massage here with your knuckles, and then lean back just for a sec, open up the front of the body, and then come forward. Let's tap the head. So tapping is another form of getting circulation to the surface of the skin, getting your brain cleared out. You can continue with the purging breath if you still want to, with whatever you do, make sure you're, keeping your inner smile going, smiling and tapping. You can also send some love to yourself, trying to get yourself out of this compression and depression as you breathe, taking in the sensation of this energy that's inside of you and around you. You're cultivating the energy. You're getting some of that energy to that light bulb so you can turn it on and shine. And then tapping around the mouth and tapping around the ears, and then tapping right down the throat, right down to your clavicle bones. We have a lot of these energy lines in these areas. You don't need to know what they are, but just follow along with me. We're tapping right along this clavicle bone, about 2 inches below the clavicle bone. We're going to tap the sternum, and you can continue with the purging breath. You're going to follow that clavicle bone, and you're going to tap down the inside of your arm. So we're getting a lot of stimulation here. That's what we're trying to do. Getting that chi to arrive, that energy to arrive in your body, the back of the shoulder blade. You're going to bring it around your chest. And the really good one here is under the armpit. This is called to elevate your mood. We have a heart meridian right here. This will elevate your mood. So tapping, you don't want it to hurt. You don't want to hurt yourself doing this. It's just stimulating the system. We're stimulating our system. We're getting it energized. We're moving our energy up and out, releasing compression and congestion. Trying to stimulate the body. Continue with your purging breath if you like, getting that back of the shoulder going, the neck. And then we're going to tap around the breast tissue. I'm not sure I did that on the other side, but we're definitely tapping underneath the armpit. This is to elevate your mood. Even if you did this, just tap this area. This is a heart meridian. It'll help to elevate your mood down the side of your body. Keep going. Stay with me. Stimulate your organs here. This is all called rebounding. We're rebounding the body. We're stimulating it. You're purging the breath. And then you're going to tap and slap the groin area. We have lots of lymph nodes in here that we want to get working to eat up all those toxins that might be in your body, whether that be emotional or physical. You're going to tap your glutes. You're going to tap down the backs of your legs. You're going to tap on the inside of your legs. So we're stimulating our energy system down the side of the legs and then up the front of the legs. And then you're going to go from right to left, right around your digestive system, and then tap right by your belly button from side to side. So we're also similar to our phones. When your phone is tired, it's going to shut off or shut down because it needs to reboot itself. We're doing the same thing. We're rebooting in a different kind of way. Instead of resting, we're stimulating the body because depression is compression, right? And you lose you're usually fatigued from it. Let's drop that energy down to the earth and rise it up for your day. So we're rising up for the day. You want to grab a hold of the earth again because that supports you. Rising up for the day and then release. We're going to do some movement to get that body again circulated. This is called spinal cord breathing. We're leaning back into a back bend. We're curling forward. We're leaning back. Nice breath here. Exhale, compress together, opening up the spine forward and back and compress. Stay with me. Keep going. Keep moving. Give yourself a chance to feel this power of these movements, but you have to do them. You have to do them to experience them. Stay with me. We're going to drop down the fingers, raise them up. We're going to come to a side bend, over to one side. Stay with me. Don't lose the momentum. Stay with me. Breathe. And now we're just going to go swing the arms from side to side. This is called knocking on the door of life. We're stimulating some major organs here, our liver and our lungs. If you tap the lungs too, that'll feel really good. Continue to breathe. If you need to continue that purging breath, go ahead. We're going to come into one more. We're going to slide the palms down. You're looking up and we're going to stick the tongue out and the eyes go up and we make a lion sound. And then close, round up. We're going to do this again. This is called lion, releasing forward. Look up. Stick out the tongue. Eyes go up. One more. And release down. Looking up. And then coming back up. We're going to do one more sound here, some more other movements. Palms of the hands come together. Remember, we want to move our body many different directions when you're breaking up congestion. So this is just going from side to side. It's called swimming dragon. It's a wonderful movement. Again, we're opening up these channels to our energetic body. We want to get some stimulation and enough energy to propel us forward for our day so we don't curl back into that compressive state, which will cause a lot of depression and, just a low feeling. We want to get that energy going, and we're doing these movements to help with that. We're going to do a couple of more, holding the teacups. You're going to lean over to your right side, taking your left hand, and you're going to cut in front of you. Palms of the hand is in back of you facing up. It's like we're holding a teacup in our hand, and then you come back and forward. So we're just going around in the back. And if you can't do this, if your shoulders hurt in any sort of way, your back hurts, do what you can. Do your own kind of rendition of holding the teacup. We'll come to the other side. You're going to lean over and cut back and then up and around. Breathe, smile, find that inner smile again. Keep smiling, fake it till you make it. We're just elevating, trying to get our energy to elevate up and out and around you to break up that congestion. We're going to do both hands back and around. Oh, it feels really good on the spine and back and around. And then we'll cut forward. We're going to do one more. It's a forward fold. Bring the hands to your low back, engage your abdominals. We start to come forward. Now, this might be as far as you can go today if your back hurts. Just drop your head forward. Again, if you get dizzy, don't do it. You could just stay here, but we're stretching the back of our body. And this is a forward fold. It's a really nice movement to open up the back of the body. Shake it out. Bend the knees and then slowly curl up one vertebrae at a time. Head and neck's the last thing to come up, round the shoulders a few times, and then just move in any way you want, just to release any compression or knotting that you might have in your body. So I'm feeling it a little bit more in my shoulders. It doesn't matter what it looks like. Stay with me. Just move your body around. And now we're going to use the sound of H-A-A, ha. Inhale, gather all this energy you've cultivated. And as we exhale, decompress. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling, and one more, inhaling, and stand. Your base of support, you're standing up, you're ready to move forward. Just noticing how you're feeling. Hopefully you feel stimulated and you have enough energy to propel you to move into your day, and do this throughout the day. Anytime you're starting to feel low energy, just do a couple of these pieces from this routine. You can hack into that nervous system, remember, by just lifting the corners of the mouth up into that inner smile. I hope this helps you in some sort of way, and I wish you all well. Namaste.